Today we're going to be taking on the biggest challenge we can in FIFA. We're going to try to take a team from the EFL League 2 all the way up to the Premier League, and we are going to start it out with the GOAT, Larry Oinks. He's coming in with the blue hair. He's ready. He's ready to rock and roll. What team are we going to pick? Now that I already spoiled the surprise, we are not going to be doing the best team in England, Manchester United. We are going to do a different team in League 2. That team is going to be Rochdale. A critical financial success and youth development. Those are two of my favorite parts of career mode in general. They've got a pretty decent transfer budget, a decent club worth. I think we can do some work with them. So we're going to go ahead and select Rochdale, and thank goodness because it matches our coach's hair. We're going to go on Ultimate. There is only FIFA, as many people know. We're going to not have a financial takeover. European competition's good. I like all those, so we're going to just hop straight into it.
Your new manager.
The new manager, Larry Oinks, walking in there. All that style. He's ready to win the league. Steez. All right, what are we going to do here? I love to go for the hardest cup, but Hertha Berlin being in there, they're going to probably kick our butt. I think all of these teams will probably kick our butts, so let's try and do something that we can get the prize money for. So this is 3 stars difficulty, but this is 3.5 and 3.5. Why? It doesn't make any sense. Why is this not? Why is this not the one with the cheapest prize? Whatever. We're gonna go with the European Shield. That's gonna be the one easiest difficulty, and hopefully we can figure something out. Checking out the email here, we've got the Youth Academy report. Let's go ahead and take a little gander here at what we can find. Straight off the bat, we have a couple of decent players, it looks like. The goalie, Diego Cardozo, 44 overall, 87 potential. That's pretty decent, but I really like the look of Kazuma Endo here. He's a 94 overall potential, but he's starting out at a 48. He's 15, so I wonder if we can get him into the mid-50s by the end of this year. But, man, I mean, if he can stay at that higher potential, that'd be really interesting. But he is a left wing back, and he's 48 overall, so I think that potential is going to end up going down. We've got Fabio Silva, 16-year-old center back and center defensive mid with a great weak foot, and he's got 72 pace. Oh, that's pretty decent. He might be somebody that we could have to look at bringing up here. We've got Hermoso Harris here, another center back, center defensive mid. He's 50 at a 17 overall. That is not the best, but he's got 92 potential, so we could see what he ends up doing. Maybe give him a little try in the team. Agostinho de Carvalho here, 15-year-old center back from Portugal, 51 overall, 94 possible potential. He might be somebody that will actually pan out for us. At 51, that's a much better starting spot than a 48, but we're going to have to wait a year till we can bring him up, unfortunately. Zubar Kasim, pretty decent, 41 overall, so not decent. Jasper Henriksen, okay. Reiko Para, yep, there we go. 79 pace, that's pretty decent. He's a left mid, right wing, left wing. 72 possible potential. He's a 56 though, so he could be somebody who slots right into our team starting out. And Alekos Kaya, first try, 49 overall, another 15-year-old, another possible potential at 94. So it looks like we've got a couple of guys in here who could really do well. I don't know if this Jasper Henriksen guy is going to be able to pan out for us. The only one I think that we could probably end up promoting here is Reiko Para, but that might be a little stretch here. And then the 52 overall Fabio Silva, he might be another shot, but let's go ahead and take a look at the team and see what we have. Visions and expectations, let's see what we can do here. Go to our objectives. Confidence rating, we're at 80. The largest objectives, sign at least 3 players younger than 20 with potential greater than the average overall rating of players currently in the same position. Sign 2 players in the Youth Academy assigned to the defender position and keep player salary growth under 15%. Interesting. We'll see what we can do on that front. Youth development, so sign 2 players from youth academy, and then at least 3 players younger than 20 with the average potential, blah, 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 blah. Brand exposure, 5 clean sheets in home matches. That might be something we can do. The financial salary growth under 15%, and then make an €8 million profit from youth player sales within 3 seasons. That is something we can do, especially if those youth players come out and start performing. Domestic success, avoid finish in the bottom part of the league. Wish they gave you a number, but whatever. Emirates FA Cup, reach round of 16 stage. That's going to be tough. And when within 3 seasons in the EFL League 2, fight for promotion. I think that's very doable. Ideally, we could do it right on the first year, but we'll see what we can do. And continental success, the hardest one of all of them, nothing. Taking a look at the team here, we are coming in at a 4-4-1-1. So starting up on top, Scott Quigley, 61 overall. He's 6'4", 29 years old, from England. He looks like he's got fine pace, really good physical, decent shooting. Yeah, pretty good, solid number 9 player. I think he would be a pretty decent number 9 if we end up playing in that. Usually when I play a 4-4-1-1 or a 4-2-3-1, I usually do have the striker in a more like a number 9 type of role, but I think that could kind of depend based on if he has pace or not, and by the looks of him, doesn't have much of that. Behind him, James Ball, center mid, Cam, 59 overall. He's got high attacking work rate. He's 26, so that's pretty decent. He might be able to stay around for a while. Overall, he's pretty evenly rated, 63 pace, 75 physical. He's got good stamina and strength. Everything else is not below a 52. Oh, yeah! But he looks like he's got pretty good overall stats here. Pretty good short pass and long pass there. Not too bad. He might be somebody to keep around in the squad here. Next, Abraham Odo, 88 pace, absolute speedster, but he's only got 53 shooting and 53 passing, so he's 5'6", 21 years old. He might be able to help get us into some advanced positions here, but he is a left winger. Good acceleration, agility, balance, nice sprint speed at 90. Pretty good overall player, but his long passing is 47 and his short pass is 57. Got good dribbling stats, but really not even good shot power even. So he might be somebody who we look to move on. He's got the flair trait, cool, but a left wing back as well. That's really interesting. So I mean, maybe we could keep him around if we end up going into a 3/5 back there, but I don't know if he'll be around long term. Liam Kelly up next, center mid, but he's playing in the CDM role. He's got pretty decent pace, solid shooting, solid passing, not good defending, and terrible physical. Let's see. He's got medium, 26. He's 5'4". Oh my goodness. He's a full foot shorter than me. Regardless, he's got 91 balance, 86 agility, 71 sprint speed and stamina. All right, that's not bad. Good ball control there. He's got solid long pass, long shots. Everything's at a 66, it seems. Shot power one off from being super nice there at 68. But he might be pretty decent for us. I think we could probably keep him around, but the only thing I'm worried about is that height. That's not great. Humani Diagoraga, 39 pace. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. 62 overall. Center mid, center defensive mid. 70 physical. Decent shooting, 60 passing, pretty decent. 6'2", 35 though, so he might be somebody to keep around for that like leadership type of role. But as many of you may know, FIFA does not really matter if you have somebody in that leadership role. Unfortunately, his pace, sprint speed at 36, he's an absolute F1 car. He can go for miles. Good stamina, so yeah, he could go for miles, but he won't get there in a long time. Decent aggression there, solid defensive awareness. That's actually kind of surprising. Pretty good short pass, good shot power. Yeah, he's pretty old. Dives into tackles and a playmaker. Yeah, I don't know. Might be a solid choice there in the CDM role if we stay there, but probably somebody not long term. Devontae Rodney here, striker left wing, 81 pace, 59 shooting, 51 passing. 4-star weak foot though. He's right-footed, 5'10", 24 years old. striker left wing. Why they put him out on the right wing default, I don't really know, but he's a good athlete again, good jumping, good sprint speed there. Ball control is not very good. Dribbling's fine. Don't want him to take free kicks. And his passing leaves a bit to be desired. He's got pretty good shot power, though, so he's definitely a striker more than a winger. He's got a finesse shot, so you could take Travellas with him, so that's pretty cool. Onto the right back, Femi Siriki here, 87 pace, superstar. 62 physical, 58 dribbling, 53 defending, but I don't know, 6 foot, 20 years old. I think he's on loan for us currently, so he's got good potential to be with us. I think if he ends up playing well, we could definitely try to buy him. I'm not sure what the contract is looking like, so we're going to have to take a look at that in the squad hub there. 87 sprint speed, that's fantastic. He's good. He's a good athlete. He's got fine short pass, which is really all we need from him. I don't usually play with my wing backs too far up the field. 60 dribbling and 58 slide and stand tackle. That's all we need from him, really. Speed dribbler, that's fine. Sam Graham up next, 69 pace, and then 60 defending, 71 physical. You don't want him to pass the ball, and God, you really don't want him to shoot it. 6'3", medium. He's from England, and yeah, center back, pretty decent overall physical abilities. Yep, a physical center back. Can't get the ball up the field. Decent defensive awareness there. Yeah, you really don't want him to pass the ball. Wow, 25 long shot, 41 long pass, and short pass is 51. Decent tackling, though, so that may be an option there. Ethan Ebanks Liddell, a.k.a. Capital One. Gotta love the Ebanks. 78 physical, 51 pace. He's right-footed, low, high, 6'2", 29 years of age. Almost 200 pounds. Wow. He looks decent. I think he's a pretty good. He's got the captain's band, so he's probably a leader. 90 strength, 73 jumping. Those are both pretty decent. His pace obviously leaves a bit to be desired. Defensive awareness is good at 64 relatively. Pretty good shot power and short pass, and long shots, fine. Long pass is pretty good. And 62 and 64 slide tackle and stand tackle. That's pretty much all you could ask for a team like this. And yep, he does have the leadership trait. I think he'll probably be a central part of this team going forward. Jimmy Cohen, left wing back, right wing back, center back. Wow, he can play everything. 74 pace and a pretty good overall player there. 4-star weak foot, 3-star skill moves, right foot, 31 years old, so he's getting up there, unfortunately. 5'11", 73 acceleration, 75 sprint speed, 81 stamina. I mean, overall, his stats are pretty good. There's really nothing left to be desired. Defensive awareness is at about a 60 there. Slide tackle, stand tackle are pretty good, but you're passing at 56 and 51 respectively for short and long. That's pretty solid for a left back, especially in the EFL here too. Richard O'Donnell, boy. Yeah, he seems decent. 62 overall, left foot. 33 years old though, so he's getting up there. Yeah, you really don't want him have an attacking position because, boy, that's disappointing. 73 strength, 50 sprint speed. Yeah, it's all fine. 62 reflexes, 60 kicking. He's very balanced overall. Short pass at 34, which is good to know, I guess. He's got the long throw trait. That's fine. Ian Henderson. This man's basically walking out there. 62 shooting, though. Definitely another number 9 type. You don't want him taking on any defenders. 37 years of age, so he's probably going to be pretty close to retirement here. Pretty good attacking positioning, though, and good composure with 72 balance. Again, that sprint speed is just kind of a killer. He's got 63 shot power, 62 finishing. I mean, he does his job. He's got 60 volleys. He can't defend worth anything. He does his job, though. And 55 free kick accuracy, that's pretty nice to have. He's a solid player in the chip shot. Tyrese Sinclair here, though, 83 pace. I don't know why he's not in the starting lineup, to be totally honest. 58 shooting, 53 passing, 60 dribbling. All pretty good. High attacking work rate. 21 years old, 5'9". Again, great athlete here. He's got 63 stamina too, so he can go most of the game. 63 free kick accuracy, which is awesome because we need somebody like that in the team. 66 shock power is even better. What's his finishing at? 55, that's fine, and 54 composure, that's okay. I don't know. I think he can be somebody who really steps it up for us, I think. Let's see. Does he have any traits? He's got the flair trait and the technical dribbler. Yeah, because I'm such a great dribbler. Next is Tavon Campbell. 80 pace, 57 shooting, 63 dribbling. Another number 9 type, it looks like. But he's got a little bit more pace. He's 6'1", 25 years old. He's a tall lad here. Pretty good athlete overall. Again, good sprint speed, stamina, agility, balance, acceleration. Basically, anytime there's green on these players, they're pretty good. Good ball control, good finishing, leaves a bit to be desired on long pass and kind of on short passing. So that makes me wonder if he'll be any good in the hold-up play because you kind of do need the long passing to get out to the wings. Next, we got Ethan Beerley, 71 pace. Let's see how old he is. 18 years of age. Ooh, he might be somebody that we can definitely develop. So if we can put him in as a CDM maybe, that would be something to consider. 46 shooting. Yeah, he's got good defending and physical relatively. He's definitely a center defensive mid type. He's got good attacking positioning, good athlete overall, decent stamina, but that would go up with the CDM training. Yeah, not good finishing, good at dribbling, solid defensive awareness. Got shot power and long shots, so he's definitely not a cam, definitely a CDM, and pretty solid slide and stand tackle. Yeah, we're going to try and turn him into a CDM here. Brad Kelly. Whoa, 19 speed. 18. Jim McNulty next. This man's basically walking too. These guys are just out on the field, just hanging out. My God, 37 years of age. Yeah, he kind of looks like he's been around the block. I'm sure he's probably one of those players in real life where he's, the spirit of the team. He can lead like no other. He's a great player, really solid, probably plays over that 32 pace, but in FIFA, unfortunately, we cannot work with that. 34 sprint speed and 30 acceleration. So not only is he slow, he's going to take 15 strides to get to that 34 pace. By that time, a lot of these strikers will be past him, unfortunately. And it looks like that's okay. He's got decent slide and stand tackle, but nothing better than Capital One up there that we looked at earlier. Fine heading accuracy and good defensive awareness and leadership. Yeah, he's basically a worse version of Capital One, so we're going to probably end up keeping him around for this year, but nothing more. 80 White, another Irishman here. He's got pretty good stats overall. He's 30 as well, so both of our left backs are in their 30s. Not great. We'll probably need to find somebody to play right back and left back for us, but good stats overall. He'll definitely be a good player while he stays around. 67 sprint speed, 72 jumping, 71 agility. Pretty good overall. There's not, aside from curve and long shots, I'll take that. He's got 56 long pass, though. Yeah, absolutely. Great player. Injury prone. That's unfortunate, but I think those two will hold down the left side of that defense really, really well for us. I'm excited to see what they can do. Ben Nelson up next, 65 pace. He ain't got a face, so, 18 years of age, so he might be somebody that we can look to keep around. 57 defending, 68 physical. Yeah, maybe if we just work on that passing, he'll be a pretty good asset for us. Pretty good strength, stamina, good athlete, it looks like. 55 defensive awareness, I'll take that. Long pass at 38, that's not great. And short pass at 46, that's really not good. So maybe we can see if we can train him to up those passing stats a little bit more because his defensive stats are good. He's got 56 and 58 slide and stand tackle. Yeah, I think we could definitely keep him in the rotation. Rayon Tulloch here, left wing, left mid, and a striker. 68 pace, 59 shooting, 53 passing, 64 dribbling. Definitely a winger. 21 years of age, so a little young lad here. We have a pretty good athlete as well. Decent sprint speed. nothing crazy about him. 64 dribbling, so he's definitely, somebody to take on the one-on-one. 62 finishing, though, and the long pass at 44 and short pass at 58. Okay, that's decent shot power and short pass there. So he could be somebody to keep around. He might be a lone man, I think, if I remember correctly. Max Taylor here, the former Manchester United man, if I'm not mistaken. 75 physical, 54 pace. 58 defending, though. 22 years of age. Another Englishman, as you might imagine. Good aggression, pretty good strength, good stamina, fine jumping. His agility and balance not very good, so he might feel like a slug out there. Heading accuracy fine, good defensive awareness for this range, and 61 and 60 slide and stand tackle. That might be up on the highest of the team. So he might be somebody to keep around for sure, but not entirely confident in him. 73 pace for Cameron John here. Center back and left back, so he could be somebody to slide out to that left side if those guys end up retiring. 22 years of age, so he'll be around for a while. The only thing is maybe to increase that passing a little bit more. So 75 jumping and sprint speed, that's great for a center back. That's fantastic. Absolutely the fastest defender on the team. He'll probably pair well with Ebanks there, and pretty good tackling stats, good heading accuracy, and good defensive awareness. Yeah, he's injury prone as well too, but I think he can definitely be somebody that we play a little bit more. And then Connor Malley, if I'm not mistaken, center attacking mid and center mid, 69 pace, 53 passing. Ooh, left-footed, 22 years of age. That's not the best. 71 balance, 70 sprint speed. That's okay so far. And his long pass is 49, and his short pass is 57. So, not looking good for you. 57 dribbling, okay. 37 free kick accuracy. Nah, not here for it. And Slicker, you stink. He's a City transfer, I'm pretty sure. Nah, I don't want him. Get him out. Well, that's the team so far. We're going to change it up probably to a 4-2-3-1, I'm thinking. So I'll be right back. All right, so I just finished changing all the formations here. We were already in a 4-2-3-1 because I'm stupid. We got the ultra defensive on the 5-3-2 holding, drop back, slow build up, and possession. No real changes to any of these instructions on a lot of these formations, but the main one is including Sinclair to get in behind because he's got 83 pace. So I think our strikers can definitely do that regardless of whatever formation that we're in. But if we're winning and we've got to hold on the defense and we got to hold on to the win, we're going to end up switching to this 5-3-2. If we want to play a little bit more defensive, we'll go into the 4-4-2 flat, pretty much balance everything and a little bit more possession on the chance creation just because that 4-4-2 really clamps sometimes. The 4-2-2 I think is something that we can opt into when we need a little bit more goal scoring opportunities. I get a lot of offense out of this 4-2-3-1, but in case we end up doing that or we need to utilize more center attacking mids instead of wingers, we will go into the 4-2-2. Pressure on heavy touch just to try and get the ball back here. Fast build up and forward runs, and then ultra attacking if we're trying to chase the game. 3-5-2, constant pressure, and a long ball with forward runs. We're going to try to get the game back if we have to go back into that, but aside from that, that's what the squads are looking like here. So we'll go and take a look at the transfer hub real quick and the squad hub and make sure that we get the players out that we want to get out and go from there. Checking in on the squad hub, I was right, Kieran Slicker. I don't want you in here at all. We're just probably going to let you sit and then, yeah, not do anything with you. You're 19 at 52 overall. I don't think you're going to play for City. Richard O'Donnell, 33 years old. We're going to look to move him on. I don't think his stats are very good. We're going to do the same with Brad Kelly. He's 51. He's 18. I don't really think so. Jimmy Kwan, okay, both of these guys, their contracts are expiring. We're going to look to, we're going to delegate renewal on him and see what he has to say. A 1-year extension. I'll take it. And we're going to just do the same with 80 White here. 1-year extension for him as well. I will absolutely take that. Capital One, you're staying. Cameron John, I think you're going to stay as well here too. Ben Nelson, he's on loan here at Rochdale. I think we could approach to buy him, but we're going to hold on that until we see how he plays a little bit more. I know he's a pretty decent. He looks like he's got good stats. He might be somebody to keep around for sure. Max Taylor, I want to try out, but 22 out of 61. I think we might add him to the transfer list and see what we can get from him. And the same probably from Sam Graham as well. 21. Yeah, he's not much younger than Cameron John. I don't really think it's worth it. His stats, their overalls are about the same, but their stats are pretty good. Jim McNulty's retiring at the end of the season. Thank you for your service. You have been great. Femi Siriki here on loan from Sheffield. And we don't have a right back, so it could be very easy to end up approaching to buy him. Tumani Diagouraga, I think we can keep him around, center defensive mid and center mid. He's got his contract expiring. Let's see if we can delegate a renewal. No extension. Interesting. That's fine. We're going to go ahead and try to talk to him a little bit later here. James Ball, I think he's got a decent chance to make the squad here. 26 at 59. Really, if it's between him and Kelly, I think they're both. I mean, Kelly's obviously better, but I like the ability that James Ball can play cam there, and it looks like Liam Kelly cannot. So we're going to actually add both of them to the transfer list. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. And as we talked about earlier, Ethan Burley, we're going to go ahead and go into his development plan here, and we're going to try and change him to a center defensive mid. Only 6 weeks, so that's going to be huge. We will absolutely take that, and I think that accepted. So he's going to be in as a center defensive mid. I think that'll be fantastic because maybe he can just slot right in for Diagouraga here. He's the future at that position, that's for sure. Connor Malley, I don't think you've got much of a future here. He's 22, 54 overall. He didn't have very good stats. Odo, it didn't look like he had good stats either. Sinclair is going to be something special. He's got that tag on him. Rayan Tulloch is also a loan there from West Bromwich there. Odo, I think I'm just going to add a bunch of these guys to the transfer list and see what we can end up getting our way. So Ian Henderson is retiring as well. Scott Quigley looks like he's on loan from Stockport. So that's interesting. Tavon Campbell, 25, and Devontae Rodney at 24. We're going to go ahead and see which one we like a little bit more. But kind of leaning towards Rodney a little bit more, but Tavon might have a bit better edge on him there. I don't think we have anything crazy going on in terms of the development plan. We're actually going to go and change Sinclair into a straight-up striker. That is the next order of business in 19 weeks. I will take that. So he's going to be turned into a full-time striker. Pretty good market value there. In terms of who our most expensive guys are, we've got a lot coming in at the 100K mark there. Odo is our most expensive. Okay. Tulloch and Siriki, both the loan men there. And Taylor and Kelly both have the highest values there. Sinclair only had a 550K. That's actually kind of surprising for me. I think if we need to end up getting some more money in, I'd be fine with letting Odo go. And I'd also be fine with letting Max Taylor and Liam Kelly go. But we'll go ahead and see how they play here before we start making those decisions. Set up a scouting network here. And where do we want to start? Let's go ahead and start with the wonderful country of Brazil. Let's go see if we can find the next Neymar coming in here. And we're going to send him out and get him going here. And for Duarte Brito, let's keep him close to home here. And let's send him to his home country of Portugal. First guy that we're going to take a look at is Asim Madibo, 25 years old. He was actually just playing in the World Cup for Qatar, so that's pretty cool. But he's got pretty good sprint speed, acceleration for center defensive mid, and I'm all in on that. Up to 90 acceleration and 87 sprint speed. Oh, I am absolutely in. He's got pretty good slide tackling at the high end. Stand tackle is pretty solid regardless. Short pass is pretty good, and long pass is good as well. Let's bring him in. The next one that we're going to look at is Boris Knežević. The next one we're going to look at is Boris Knežević. I think I'm pronouncing that correctly. I apologize if I'm not. But 16 years old from the great country of Serbia. Let's see what he's got in store for us. Quickly going over some of the players that we found in the transfer hub there. So Zidane Iqbal, obviously this was somebody who was being looked at before Larry Oinks got into the squad, but the Manchester United man, 19 years old from Iraq, he's got pretty good stats. He's a great talent in real life. I wonder if we can get him, but I think it says that he's unwilling to relocate, so that's not great, but if we raise enough funds, we could just straight up buy him and flip him for a profit, probably. Next is Tyler Burry. He's another good guy that we found on our scouting charts when we first got here. So it looks like he's got pretty good overall stats. Striker left mid, so we love that because we play 4-2-3-1 wide and then also 4-2-2. So he can probably play wherever we need him to. Asim Madibo, I want to scout him, but I think he looks like a fantastic guy to come in on that center defensive mid spot. It's only 5'6", unfortunately, but he's got great stats. He's really fast, and that's something that we definitely need, especially if we're playing Diagouraga in the center defensive mid spot. But we'll see on that. So let's get him scouted and see if we can bring him into the squad. Boris Knezevic, 16 years old, 6 foot. He looks like he's got pretty good stats on him. A decent player, free agent, of course. Domingo Rivera. I think he could be another great player that we can bring in. 16 years old as well, so we've got a lot of time to develop him. Pretty decent sprint speed and strength overall, and great standing and sliding tackles, so something else to consider there. Guillermo Ochoa, everybody knows Memo. He's got the leadership trait. He's a wall, long throwing, caution with the crosses. He'd be fantastic to bring in, even if it's just for 1 year or 2 years. We'll see what happens because we've got another goalie down below that I think we might bring in instead. 36 years old, so he's getting towards the end there. Uriel Atunya, there, right mid, left wing, mid, and right wing. Great speed on him, good stats overall. I think he could be another winger to bring in. We're kind of turning into the Mexico squad here, but that's not a bad thing because they're a great team. Osman Bukhari, I think, is another right mid and striker. He could be another guy that we end up bringing in. 23 years old, so he's a bit older, but he's got a great weak foot. He's right-footed as well, so I think he'd be a really solid option for that right mid spot since we are lacking a position there. In the center attacking mid spot, I am going to bring in Carlos Rodriguez. We're going to scout him up. He's got fantastic stats. He was playing in the World Cup for Mexico. Why he's a free agent, I have no idea. Next, Edward Owusu, another striker, right winger this time, right-footed, 16 years old as well. He's got the bicycle kick trait, so that's exciting. Good finishing, good heading accuracy, and pretty good athlete overall. The next, Elliot List, a striker in Stevenage in the EFL League 2. I think he is definitely somebody that we're going to go after as well. Make sure that we have a solid two-man attack there up front. I think we can maybe swap into a 4-1-2-1-2 if we end up getting Madibo into the squad as well. I think that would be really good because he can hold down the middle of the park in the back, and we can run a two-striker set with Sinclair and List up top. I think that would be a great idea. Vitinha, another World Cup edition. I don't think he's going to end up coming here, but we'll see what stats he's got and how good he is. He's got a lot of traits, so might be somebody to bring in. We'll see, maybe on loan. Lawrence Atizigi, he's also another World Cup edition. He's got the leadership trait. 25 years old from Ghana. I think we could definitely bring him in. He should be affordable, hopefully, but we'll see what they have to say. And then below, we've got a bunch of young starlets that I think we could bring into the squad. Most of them don't want to come here. I hate that this is like an option because, at least let me loan them. But if they're unwilling to relocate, they're not going to come at all. So that's kind of tough. Antonio Silva, center back, 18 years old. Fatawu Isahaku. Abdul here for Sporting. He's 18 years old. I think he'll be another great star down the line. Arda Guler, Yanni Gomez, Serge Ngoma, and Luke Harris rounding it out for the last guys we're going to look at here. But that's going to be the end of the episode here. I hope you enjoyed. I know I certainly did. We've got Larry Oinks, the blue-haired man. He's coming in to take over Rochdale, and I want to take this team to the top of the Prem and see how long it takes, see how many superstars we can find. Going to try to not do too many free agents because they can be overpowered in the later years. But I think having the free agents to start the squad off is really good, especially since our youth academy is looking a little bit on the weaker side. But I hope you enjoyed. Please subscribe if you did enjoy. Leave a like, leave a comment. Let me know what you thought, any improvements, any ideas. I'd love to hear all of it. And thank you for watching. I hope you have a fantastic day. Adios.